forgetting to give 4 to 1 positive attentions. And some studies say you have to give more than 4 to 1, but I think if you can give 4 to 1, you're doing awfully good. Forgetting to give 4 to 1 attention during positive times, positive and neutral times. So that means that every time you do a negative thing with a child, you need to give at least 4 positive attentions. They don't have to be verbal. Remember we talked last time about nonverbal, just eye contact, smiles, touching. And this isn't the kind of thing that probably most of you want to start counting, but I have worked with families where the child is in such a negative downward spiral that they actually have have a little chart for themselves where the mom charts her time of the day. They've divided up the day. Mom has the morning because she sees the child more in the morning. Dad has the evening, sees the child more in the evening. And it works if they have learned how to give attention at especially neutral times. There's something about, again, I think partly it's our culture. We're not with our children a whole lot. Many of us aren't with our children all day long. Many of us see our children maybe from dinner time on. Many of the people that I've worked don't see their children very much. And in the morning, everybody's rushing to get off to school and to work. In the evening, they're tired, rushing to have dinner, sports. There's a tremendous clock pressure on us with our children in this culture. And so it's very easy to just notice the negative things. Teachers in classrooms, when they have 30 children, it's very easy to get into the trap of just noticing at negative times. So sometimes it helps people to actually chart and to write, to check down, have I given 4 to 1 positive attentions. Sometimes, one of the things we've suggested in our classes is that when children are acting out in the evening, especially little kids, they've been away from their parents all day long, and when the mother or the dad comes to pick them up at daycare, often the interaction is between the daycare provider and the parent. And I've had daycare providers say that kids just start acting up crazy when the parent walks in the door. And the kids need that attention so much. They have been away from their parent all day long, and it's almost like a thirsty little sponge, that needs to have attention. And so if the attention can be given right away for a little while, it really helps. One family, their little boy was 3 years old, and he was just awful to be with all evening long. Nothing ever pleased him. Until during a problem-solving session, the whole group suggested that when the parent got home, that there were 2 parents in this family, and that they take turns each night. One of them could start dinner, and the other one, just for half an hour, they set the timer with the little guy, just said, "Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to spend some time with you. Let's just set the timer. We'll just sit down till that thing rings and just be together." And they just laid down on the rug, sat on the rug, looked at books, touched, hugged. And then when the timer rang, they would say, "Oh, darn it, it's time to get up and do our chores." It was a regret. They turned off the phone too. They didn't answer the phone, let the answering machine answer the phone. And it made an amazing difference in that little boy's behavior. So instead of going to corrections, which is what they were thinking of doing, now what I have to do, give a physical assist, do logical consequences, by providing these basic needs, which is what that little guy needed, and what a lot of kids need when they first see their parents. These stair steps were strengthened, that he was loved, that he belonged, that he was security. That's what he needed, and his behavior. Remember we said as these stair steps strengthen, behavior improves.